We are going to check out a couple of springs today. Again, like we said in the last video, this is kind of the whole purpose of staying in this area in Florida, is we want to check out kind of the other side of Florida, which is the springs and the nature kind of in the central part of Florida. Right behind me is Blue Spring. This is Gilchrist. There's actually two called Blue Spring. This is Gilchrist Blue Spring State Park. It's one of Florida's newest state parks. So there's a lot of stuff that they're doing here, like construction-wise and getting it cleaned up. I don't know if it was a county park or something beforehand, but Florida State Parks have just recently purchased it. And right behind me is the spring that leads out to the, I think it's the Santa Fe River. And there's some other springs around here too. There's like 3 or 4 of them, like within a few miles of each other, kind of a deal. So we are going to check this one out today and maybe do a little swimming if it warms up a little bit. It's only in the 40s now. I went swimming yesterday in the 50s and it was okay. So we're gonna see. Somebody else might be a little braver today.
I don't know.
Since you actually remembered your swimming suit?
I didn't have my suit yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't forget it. I just had no intention of going swimming.
But we went
50 out.
We went into Rainbow Springs, well I did yesterday, which was really cool. The water is always 72 degrees, which 72 degrees is cold. But because it was 55 out, it felt like bath water yesterday. I was in there for over half an hour. It was great. And I loved it. It was really cool. So if you haven't seen the springs in Florida, this is kind of like a must-see thing. Forget about the rat, forget about the beaches. You have to see this area in Florida. It is really cool. You know, last month we stayed at what was called the Forgotten Coast, which is kind of before, in the Panhandle, before you hit Panama and Destin and all that, which was awesome. And I really feel like this is the forgotten part of Florida, because I never knew anything about this until I started seeing it on some videos. But you have to come check them out. I mean, it's just, they're like, even if you just come and look versus snorkeling, swimming, kayaking, or any of that kind of stuff, it's worth coming to. It's definitely really cool to see.
Come on, this is cool. Come here.
Alright, we just got done kayaking through the spring. The spring itself is cool to kayak in. Once you go down the spring run, the current does get a decent amount of strength to it. Nothing it can't handle. Like, we've got cheap kayaks, so it's a little more difficult. But definitely something cool to do. The only thing is once you get out to the Santa Fe River, it's not that like pretty water anymore.
Yeah.
I
didn't make it that far, but
yeah, really, it's a cool little kayak trip, but it's short and quick. What I suggest, just do it a couple times, kind of make it worth it. But in the Santa Fe River itself, it just was kind of murky.
at least where you got to, maybe
Yeah.
it clears up.
Yeah, it might, but it was nothing special once I got out to
There's
there.
lots of wildlife. I saw turtles swim right underneath the boat. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw a few turtles, some
right
fish,
under.
that kind of
Lots
a deal.
of fish. Some of those crane, heron-looking birds.
Yeah, there's a few birds.
Yesterday they were black. Today they're white.
Well,
Totally
different type of
different
cranes.
types of
Yeah.
bird and similar springs.
Yep. So we're still here at the park. We're doing a quick little nature trail, letting it warm up a little bit. The sun just came out a few minutes ago. And then somebody's gonna snorkel. You getting ready?
I'm getting ready. It's cold.
It's gonna get colder.
I feel like you're taking pleasure in this. Like,
You took pleasure in me doing it yesterday.
I did not.
This is what we're here for. I didn't complain this much yesterday, you know.
I don't know if I could do that.
Just do it. It's worth it. Do it. You can do it. You can't chicken out now. 3/4 of the way in.
No.
What?
I didn't.
You got all the way out there?
I know.
How was it?
It was good, actually. It's not as bad as I thought as far as cold, but no.
It's a lot shallower too, isn't it?
Freezing.
Because the one yesterday, you
Yeah.
couldn't touch bottom at all.
So,
And now I just feel
feel a little clunky.
Hey, Calvin. Calvin. You want your mask again? We can go check out some fish. I saw a really pretty yellow one down there.
All right, so the last couple days, same thing. We went to the gardens a couple times that are next door, went for some walks, that kind of a deal.
Do you like that song?
I do. Can you play it again?
Did you see that?
I did. Kind of hung out. Today I'm taking Blythe to Manatee Springs State Park. And apparently there are manatees in the spring. So we'll see. They also have a playground, so somebody's excited. So we're gonna see if we can see some manatees. They also have, this park is kind of neat because they have a large boardwalk. I think it's like 800 feet or something like that. That goes along by the springs, so you can actually overlook and see the manatees without like swimming or kayaking or anything. But we might get a kayak out, who knows? Oh, there's a ton of turkey vultures up there too. Yeah, let's see. There's a couple right down there, Blythe. Let's see if we can see them out over here. I think we might need to go get the kayak. Wanna go on the boat today? Get you wrapped up in some blankets. Blythe, look up. Look at all the turkey vultures. So there's a couple manatees out there right now. The park ranger said there's been like 20 of them in the spring this winter so far. So, but there are a couple out there, you can see them. It's hard to kind of get like a close look, so we're gonna get the kayaks out. Yeah, that's a huge mama one. Look at him. Is that a manatee? He's just swimming.
Whoa, he's bigger.
Oh wow, look. So there's one there, and there's like 3 or 4 right up here.
Look at that one. That one's a mama one too.
Look at them all.
Another mama one.
There's like 5 or 6 of them right here, sweetie.
Hey, Ma, Dad.
Wow. They're just hanging out. They're sleeping. We're checking out these manatees here first, sweetie. There's a big one right there.
There's one swimming under us. Whoa. That is a huge one. That's a baby one. That was a baby one. I'm sleepy, remember? There's a manatee under us. That is a manatee. Oh, look at that one.
Look. There's a bunch of them all around us, sweetie. So we're leaving a little earlier than expected. We had a little mishap. I'm in my underwear. Blythe at least had a change of clothes. What happened, sweetie?
I fell in the water.
You fell in the water? We both fell in the water. My legs, when we kayak, she kayaks right in front of me, and I was trying to get out. My legs were caught with her, and I ended up flipping it over. We were only in like this much water, but I was like still soaking wet. She went completely under. I went like 3/4 of the way under, pretty much just with splashing and everything else. So it was turning from a really cool experience, seeing the manatees and everything, to kind of a miserable experience. I have no change of clothes, so I'm in my wet underwear, wet t-shirt. Blythe at least is comfy a little bit, right? You warmed up now? Yeah. Somebody's a little fussy now, which is explainable. So we're gonna head home, have some lunch with Teresa, and I think that's gonna be it for today. All right, so I got Blythe a chocolate milkshake and a Happy Meal to kind of mend our bond after, you know, going upside down in a kayak. So it was like completely my fault. Completely my fault. I did the dumbest thing in the world. My legs were kind of stuck with her there, and I tried to get them out, and I was trying to kind of stay up on the ramp so I didn't get like soaking wet up to my knees, and it backfired because I literally stood up on the kayak trying to get out quick. Dumbest thing, you never stand up in a kayak. So I did that, it completely rolled over. You know, we were only in a few inches of water, but basically because I was laying down, I got wet like up to here. So I've got like all my crap thrown everywhere inside here from my wallet and stuff, trying to dry everything out. It really didn't get that wet like inside my wallet, which I'm lucky. And I might, I've got the new iPhone SE. It's supposed to be waterproof up to so many feet. I might put it in rice, I don't know. I shouldn't have to, but. So now I'm getting all the wet soppiness. Yes, sir. All our clothes here, they're soaking wet. So I'm doing a few loads of laundry today, apparently, including one of her blankets here. I mean, everything is just sopping wet. All right, so I'm gonna get that going, and that's basically our day for today. Manatee Springs was very cool though. They've got a playground there. I'm probably gonna take Teresa back there because it's like you're guaranteed to see manatees there. They've got about 20 of them that are in the spring for the winter. And they're all just hanging out right near the boat ramp. So if they're hard to see from the little catwalk thing that they got, or boardwalk. But if you take a kayak out like 10 feet, they're right there. Just a tip, don't flip the kayak. So another fun project I'm doing this week is defrosting the freezer. The freezer really doesn't have that much ice on it. But what worries me is the fridge. This one it just kind of froze up solid here. That's what I want to really take care of. So I'm gonna let it thaw out. I'm gonna get a little bit of this stuff off and then go from there. All right, so we're back at Manatee Springs State Park in Florida. I wanted to show Teresa the manatees because it might be like the only shot to really see them, who knows? Because sometimes they're in the spring, sometimes they're not. Some springs they can't get into, like Rainbow Springs they can't get into because there was like a lock system in the Rainbow River that's basically closed now, so they can't get in. But I know they were here the other day, so hopefully they're still here. So we're gonna check them out, just kayak quick. And then we might go to another spring after that. Are you excited, Blythe, to see the manatees again?
I'm trying to get out.
You're trying to get out? You're trying to wiggle free? Here, you know what we gotta do? Is unbuckle you. How's that? Are you excited to see the manatees again?
What happened to that?
I don't know. So the other day when we came, like you can see from before, kind of flipped the kayak. We're gonna not do that today. So we'll see how that goes. But the cool thing here is basically you don't have to kayak far. If you go out of the kayak launch, literally it's like the manatees are like right there. They've also got a boardwalk here that you can go around. There's a playground here. and a couple hiking trails too.
Playground.
Okay, we'll go to the playground.
Suiting up again.
What's that?
Suiting up again.
Suiting up.
Power. Come here, Blythe.
I was hoping for the sun to really. Power.
Power, Blythe. Power.
Where's that going?
Getting in the
This
water.
one feels colder than the rest of the spring.
Because you're in
too.
the shade.
Yeah.
Here he goes, Blythe.
Let's go. Swim, Dad.
Swim, Dada.
Swim. Swim.
Oh, geez. Can't believe I'm going to
Is it cold?
It just feels like today for some reason.
Dad. Oh.
You can do it.
There's like 20, 30 of them out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. When you get your head under, apparently you can see them all.
Wow, that is so cool.
Florida.
What's he doing?
He's swimming. He's swimming. Dad's coming.
Here he comes.
I make friends, Dad. I found a new fish.
You found a new stick.
And she made friends. How is it, hon? How is it?
It does feel a little colder.
Does it?
There's about 15 of them right there.
Really?
Yeah, I counted 15. They're all hanging out all through there.
Isn't that cold?
It's actually warmer in there than it is out here. Alright, so I'm still trying to warm up after swimming with the manatees, which was really cool. I counted there was 15 of them right there while I was swimming around and stuff. Don't worry, I didn't touch them or do any of the stuff you're not supposed to do. I did wear flippers though, which you're not supposed to do really.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's supposed to stir up or cause too much. But I swam really gentle and all that stuff around them, and didn't get really close. If you do go swimming with the manatees, you're not supposed to do that stuff. Also, if they're like really like stagnant and sitting there, you really want to leave them alone because they're resting. And a lot of times when they come up into these, yeah, don't tickle them. Yeah.
Or snuggle them.
But it was a really cool experience. It was awesome.
It was swimming.
I was the first one to do it today, by the way.
It's cold.
Now everybody's doing it because I'm the cool one. But we actually did plan ahead today.
Usually we don't.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because they've got a really good barbecue place here at this spring. There's like a company that works inside of the spring that has like a little restaurant, and they're also the ones that do the canoe and kayak rental and stuff too. But it's definitely a cool place to check out. You can swim with the manatees,
Kayak.
bring a lunch, buy a lunch here, whatever. It's definitely worth seeing. This is one of the cool ones.
Playground, so Blythe was happy.
Yes.
Did you play at the playground? Did you make friends? Yeah. Good place to come.
Yeah, so today's been a good day so far.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out one more spring after this.
Yeah, what's the name of that one?
Fanning Springs?
Fanning Springs.
Blythe just wants to go home and play.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to one more spring. We're gonna go on a little hike. Tiny hike, see the manatee one more time, go to another spring, and then we'll go home and play, and we'll go watch the band tonight.
So we're gonna go to, is it Two Hawks Hammock or something like that?
Two Hawks Hammock.
Two Hawks
yeah, I
Hammock.
think.
We're gonna go to their happy hour again tonight. Like I said, it's on the RV park. It's literally, that's the farm next door. They do a happy hour every Saturday where they've got live music and food and beer and wine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a cool place to hang out.
Very cool.
So we're gonna do that again tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day.
All right, so we just tried to go into Fanning Springs. They said it's browned out. The river is high, almost kind of flooded. So the water's murky, so it's not really worth going to. So we're just heading back now. And I'm wondering if Manatee Springs, because it's all kind of on the same river.
It's a little murky there.
Yeah, it's a little murky there, especially once you get out of the actual like spring area. So I'm wondering if that's kind of caused that too.
That might have been why, yeah. But it was still really cool there. I mean,
I got to swim with the manatees.
I didn't get in, but Eric did, and he got some really awesome footage. That was pretty cool, and you can see them come up for air, and they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and it got kind of busy there. It did get kind of crowded.
Well, it's because it's one of the places where you can see the manatees in this area.
But it's like not that busy that like you can still get your kayak in the water and have plenty of space to roam around. So, and the playground's really nice there. Blythe had fun.
Yeah.
She made some friends on the playground, so that was nice.
So we're going back home. We're gonna go to that Two Hawks Hammock again tonight and go party. That's what we call it.
Maybe we'll get another tour of the Devil's Den, which is like, I still can't get over that, how cool that is.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Blythe wants to go home anyway
Yeah.
and play. What are you doing back there, Blythe?
Good.